Hey guys, it's BTide. If you're enjoying the content here on the channel, consider supporting on Patreon for as little as $1 each month. Links and credits can be found in the description. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to BlackTideTV and a little video on Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. I was planning a Call of Duty Black Ops 3 video for today, as I really wanted to try out this very special game mode that's currently live. It's like a gun game with all of the black market weapons, so it's all of the supply drop weapons that you can't normally get your hands on. I'm probably missing a good 10 to 20 black market weapons from Black Ops 3 because of the shitty supply drop system in that game, and I really wanted to try it out, so I threw Black Ops 3 in, only to discover that I did actually delete it off of my system. I deleted the application when the game ended, because between you and me, Black Ops 3 is actually my least favorite Call of Duty of all time, and I wasn't really planning to come back to it so soon. So I did delete the application, and I tried to reinstall it, and of course, I don't have enough space. I haven't yet got a new hard drive so that I can start putting more games and stuff on my PlayStation. When I deleted it, it was of course before the update that allowed you to actually use external hard drives on the PlayStation 4, so I'm kind of screwed at this point. So I had to kind of delete some other applications, and it took me a good amount of time. Finally started uploading Black Ops 3, I started putting it back on my system, and then it's like, you're going to need to update this thing. And I'm like, okay, it's just a little update. How bad can it be? 16 gigabytes of updates. Like, now I remember, Black Ops 3 was that game that was like 90 gigabytes for a freaking Call of Duty game. I remember this very clearly now. After all the DLC, after all the updates, we were up around 90 gigabytes of storage space. To give you guys a little, I don't know, comparison, my PlayStation 4 is a 500 gig PlayStation 4, and it can only hold 400 gigabytes worth of software. So Black Ops 3 alone takes up a quarter of your system. Like, that's ridiculous. I'm so glad I don't buy digital games. But hopefully PlayStation 5, whenever that comes out, if it ever comes out, will solve that problem, and we'll kind of get back to the smaller file sizes again or something. I'm not sure how they're going to remedy that situation, but as you can see, we're not playing Black Ops 3 today. And I'm hoping to get that out tomorrow. I hope the game mode is still live. It might have been a weekend only, but hopefully I can get that gameplay out for you guys. I want to do a couple Black Ops 3 videos in the future, but today we're back on Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. We're just going to do a couple little updates that have happened to Call of Duty Infinite Warfare over the last couple days. Big shout out to my MVP of Call of Duty Infinite Warfare right now. The Titan is a godsend. I'm looking at like 3 other weapons to complete when it comes to getting my Black Sky or my Solar Camouflage. I've got the Titan, the Volk, and the DMR-1. God damn it. So the DMR-1, I don't even have my 100 kills yet, or my 200 kills, whatever you need. With the Volk, I'm very close, but I haven't yet unlocked it because I'm still a lower level. But I finally just unlocked the Titan, and I'm actually loving this thing. I never really used it too much before actually using it now to get the Black Sky and Solar, and this one is kind of an underdog when it comes to the LMGs, or less of an underdog and more of like a closet underdog, where it kind of seems like nobody talks about this weapon, and everyone's always recommending the Raw or the Mauler when it comes to LMGs. But man, this Titan kicks ass, and I did notice this when I first used it at the beginning of the game. Usually on my first Prestige, I go through each of the weapons in game and I try them out a little bit as I'm leveling up, and I just try all the weapons and I go, okay, well, this weapon's pretty cool, this weapon's alright. And I did notice this at the beginning of the game when I first tried the Titan. I was like, yeah, this is okay. It's a 4-shot kill. It's not bad. But now, they've buffed this thing recently. It's got a higher fire rate and I believe less recoil. This thing is a machine. It's a monster. Yes, it's still a 4-shot kill, but this thing just pounds the pavement. You can use the suppressor on there and it won't really harm your damage range too badly. Very accurate. I'm just kicking ass with this gun right now, and I'm actually really enjoying myself. I thought my final weapons were going to be very painful. DMR-1, I don't even want to think about that right now, but the Titan is actually really making me enjoy this game again. Now in today's video, we're talking about a few little updates. First to the Quartermaster. Currently in the Quartermaster for the next 6 days, we have the triple play back. You can purchase 10 of those triple plays. You get 10 rare supply drops, 1 Quartermaster collection, dupe protected variant. Now, of course, that variant can be a Mark II or a Mark I. I guess they're called Mark Is, the original variants in the game, and those don't count as dupe protected. So say you have the one of the standard variants in the game that's a Quartermaster collection, you can still get the Mark II of that same variant, and you might not end up with the variants that you actually want. So there's that one little drawback, but I mean, if you buy 10 of these things, that's a lot of Quartermaster collection variants, and you might actually end up with some of those very special epic variants that everybody wants to get their hands on. And of course, there's also an epic Mark II variant, which I don't really care too much about because I like getting these standard epic variants. I don't really care about the Mark IIs, but that's there as well. This one was in the Quartermaster before. I did purchase them before. I think you could only purchase 2 the first time they came around. Now you can actually purchase 10. So they're 400 keys or 2,500 CoD points. I bought my first one. I'm currently working on my way to getting the second one. It's an alright deal. I mean, it's better, like it says right on the menu. It's the best offer. It's not the best in the world in terms of bargain, but you do get a lot in one package if you can save up to 400 keys, or if you want to spend the money, 2,500 CoD points. They also had this special deal a while ago. I guess it was only over the weekend. I thought it was going to actually last as long as the triple play, but there was a tea time special thing where it had a calling card, an accessory, and there was some other thing. Might have been a gesture. Yeah, it was the gesture, because you do the teabag gesture, which is absolutely hilarious. So there was that one, and that was 1,000 salvage, so I went ahead and bought that. And I really hope you guys went ahead and bought it as well, because, well, 1, there's not a whole lot to spend your salvage on in this game currently, and 2, it gets those out of the way in case you have any other future hacks that will give you, like, dupe protected gestures or dupe protected accessories. Well, now those are out of the way, and you won't get those again. Like, the accessory that actually came with that tea time kit was an epic accessory. It was like a little tea bag that hangs off your gun. It's kind of ridiculous, and to be honest with you, I keep forgetting that accessories are in the game. I'm so focused on getting through my camouflage that I completely forget that these accessories are even there, and I never put them on my gun. I've got Mr. Smuggy Puss and all those other accessories. The accessories are actually very rare items, legendary and epics only, and I keep totally forgetting about them, and that actually included the tea time one until I actually bought the 1,000 salvage supply drop, special tea time supply drop, and I got that. Now, something that's funny is the tea time camouflage isn't included, or wasn't included in the tea time special bargain thing. A couple days after, actually the day right after I bought the tea time thing, I went ahead and I opened up a common supply drop, because I got a common supply drop for a free daily login bonus, and in that common supply drop I get the tea time camouflage for my LMGs, and I'm like, well, what? Why wasn't this in the tea time kit? Definitely should have been in there, but unfortunately, that's just the way the cookie crumbles. I guess it makes sense because there would have been like 6 or 7, I guess, tea time camouflage that would have had to put in there for each of the different weapon classes if they really wanted to round it out. But I'm not going to complain. It's still a good bargain. Like I said, there's nothing better to spend your salvage on in this game right now. Most of us are probably sitting here, like most of the hardcore Call of Duty Infinite Warfare grinding people like myself. We're sitting here like, okay, well, we're waiting for new epic variants and they're not coming, so we might as well spend all of our salvage on all of these little hacks and stuff, the gesture hacks and the taunt hacks and all that stuff for salvage. You might as well spend your salvage because there's nothing better to spend it on. Last but not least in this video, the VPR finally got nerfed, but did it get nerfed enough? I don't think it did. The VPR basically got a minor damage nerf, apparently. I really haven't done the testing myself. I haven't really had the time, obviously. But apparently it got a minor damage nerf, which isn't the end of the world for the VPR. You're pretty much going to be at close range when you're using it anyways. But the big thing is it got an accuracy nerf. And that accuracy nerf actually made the thing kick a little bit more, but it's still very controllable. The recoil is almost entirely vertical. Before, when it was buffed, it was like a laser. All of the bullets went in the same hole. But with the most recent nerf, it's got like completely vertical recoil, so it's very, very easy to control. I think it still needs to be nerfed again, but I'd love to hear what you guys think about any of the topics that we talked about in today's video. What do you think about that Black Ops 3 game mode where you can try out all the different supply drop weapons? What do you think about the VPR? Should it be nerfed? Should it be buffed again? I don't know. Let me know in the comment section down below. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter at BlackTideTV and consider supporting me on Patreon. Links are in the description.